ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Now the number 2 hitter, Austin Stevens. Stevens matched a homer in his last game. Rip, but it curls foul. That misses the zone. 3-1. Payoff pitch. This one in the air, center field. Stokes under this one. And there's 2 down. Game 1 of the World Series. Stepping up for the Guardians, Austin Stevens. Swing at a ground ball. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And he'll just eat it. So that's an infield knock. Go ahead run on base. Ralphie Velasquez digs into the Guardians. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Ball outside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for one run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Here's a 2-2. And there's a ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. The Guardians with a chance to score first here in Game 1 of the World Series. Got him swinging. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Bryce Eldridge, the next to hit. That one out to right. Mullen settles underneath it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the center fielder. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit!
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
Stevens in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. Next offering is fouled back. A chilly atmosphere here. Really what comes to mind when you think of postseason baseball. Fans doing whatever they can to stay warm and energized. Gets him to chase after that one.
You talked about the fans trying to stay warm, Boog, but it's a challenge for the players, too. Games like this really can be hard on you.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him swinging for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts. Stevens digs in. It's getting late, Singy. They're trailing, but traffic on the bases gives him a shot.
Yeah, it's all about cashing in now. Can't afford to leave those runs out there.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Ripped on a line to center. Stokes moving under this one. And that is that. Nice work from the Miami pen there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Marlins 6. Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Stevens will hit next. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. He's not going to get cheap.
4, big play. 3.
Stevens did well in the losing effort. Singled and drew a walk in this one.
I really like how he looked at this one, Boo. He consistently came to the plate with a solid plan, and it showed in the results. They didn't win, but he can be proud of this game.
Austin Stevens digs in for the Guardians. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And a foul ball. Behind 0-2, he steps out for time. Freeland gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. Swing and a foul straight back. Foul ball.
Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that cost your team the season.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's the 0-2. On the ground to the left. And foul ball.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like. But you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Inside, almost got him.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Out towards right center field. Mullen should have this one. And there are 2 outs. Fouled off left side. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 2 of the World Series.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
That misses the zone, and that's ball one. That one misses, and it's a full count. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Mlb26 digs in for the Guardians. Rudder takes off. That one lines softly the other way to fall into left field for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Stepping up for the Guardians, J.J. Weatherholt. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a ball popped up. Bruno settles under this one, and that ends the inning. Now it's the DH, Austin Stevens. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Hard hit left side. Play made, that ends the inning. Stevens had a game to forget.
They got the win, but it sure wasn't because of him. He needs to watch this one off in the shower and do better the next time out.
So singy as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Stevens steps in for this rookie-on-rookie matchup.
Battle the next big things, Boog.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now the catcher comes up to him, Mlb26. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That one lifted to left. 2 down. J.J. Weatherholt will hit next. There goes the runner. Swing and a ground ball. Over to first. That ends the frame. World Series Game 3. Stepping up for the Guardians, Austin Stevens.
Off the plate,
This park absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. And the 1-0. Foul ball there.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
Here's a 1-1. That one almost got him. Into center. It gets down, a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning. Here's the catcher, Mlb26. 1. Runner takes off. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the grab. The relay. Back to first. And they got him. Double play. This one in the air. Ruiz under this one. And that is that. So spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Stevens swings through it for strike 1.
Everyone here understands just how quickly things could change.
Base hit, 1 run is in. The relay throw, safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. It's 2-2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. To third. That throw is wide. He has to lunge off the bag to get it. No outs on the play. Bases now loaded. 2 outs. Bases full. J.J. Weatherholt digs in for the Guardians. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Cruz on his way over. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Out to short. And that is the inning. World Series Game 3. We're in extras here. Number 2 now at the plate. In the air, right field. And there's 1 away. So a runner at third, 2 outs. Domingo Cruz digs in now. This one in the air, center field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Stevens digging in, go-ahead run in scoring position, and a seasoned hitter at the plate, Singy.
Yeah, if he gets something he likes, Boog, he's not going to miss it. This is what you play for.
Inside, ball 1.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
On the ground to third. And that will end the inning. Austin Stevens digs in for the Guardians. Known for his late inning heroics.
Ball 1. If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. 1-1 now. In the air to left center. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. And that's the 3rd. 1 down, runner at 3rd. Harry Ford, the next up for the Marlins. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Marlins walk it off in Game 3.
The whole season, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly to come back for the next game.
Here's a big power threat. Austin Stevens. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass looking for the sac bunt. Foul ball there. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. And I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
Ralphie Velasquez will hit next. 0-2 now. Sets him down. The 4th game of the World Series. Now it's the Guardians DH, Austin Stevens. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot, and they add on. It's 3-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Up next to Cleveland, the designated hitter, Austin Stevens.
Deep left field, on its way, gone! Another homer, his 2nd home run of the game, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 7-1.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. For a guy with top-tier power, this is just another day at the office. Always a threat to send one out. I just don't know how you're supposed to pitch to him.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Guardians, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
For 1-1. That one lined to the left field, and that's base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. Here's the catcher, Ralph. The lefty, the 1-0. And another ball.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 3. Next offering is fouled back. About this one, it's out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they add to their lead. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. I mean, what a performance we're seeing in this one. 3 home runs in a World Series game. Ridiculous. And that's what backyard dreams are made of. And he's living it. Well, you can tell these players feel great and also relieved to even up the series. There's so much on the line. We've worked so hard to get here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Game 7 in this series.
Well, Siggy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
One down. Next for the Guardians is the designated hitter, Austin Stevens. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Great.
Here's the catcher, Ralphie Velasquez. 1-2. Runner on the go. In the dirt. Blocked. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. Lone Depot. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Bruno takes it in for the out. That's out number 2. Stevens steps in. Previous batter couldn't get the job done. Now 2 outs. It's late and the pressure is mounting, Chris.
Well, this is where you pick up your teammate, Boog. They need someone to come through right here.
And it's second. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and he popped it up. And that's the 3rd out. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Marlins 4. 1 away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Stevens in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Tied at 4. Ground ball could be 2. There's 1. On to first, double play. 1 away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Way back there. It's got a chance. Just missed it. Now, here is Austin Stevens, known for his late-inning heroics. Off the mark there, and it's 1-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
The Guardians with the go-ahead run at first here in the late stages of Game 5. Right through there for a strike. Here's a 1-1. On the ground to third. And it gets by him. Lead runner touches second and for third. Save! And the go-ahead runs at third.
Well, that at-bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game.
Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is... So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Mlb26. Ball forward. The winning run scores, and they win the World Series on a walk-off walk. In your life, you may never see anything like this again. Cleveland up around looking for more. Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. Ground ball right side, could be two. One at second. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI. All this team needs is one more win. But when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game. It's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat. It's a win of a pitch count. And that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one in 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?
Final score here today, 10-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. The World Series on MLB. And on the hill, Edgar Castellano. What do you got on him, Chris?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
And a swing and a miss. Stays alive. The 0-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. The 0-2. Hit on the ground to short. The flip. Here's one. On to first. Save. So they get one, but a really nice try there. One down. Stepping up for the Guardians, Ralphie Velasquez. Runner on the go. In the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first in time. Here's the shortstop at the plate, J.J. Weatherholt. Man at second. This one in the air, center field. Stokes under it, and that is the inning. Stevens, multi-time All-Star, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. This one belted deep left field. On its way, gone. That's his 4th home run of the series. And they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there, patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
It's the 6th game of this World Series. Now it's the Guardians' DH, Austin Stevens. Just missed. The drama always heightened. The postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. Time called.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland. And, man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
Just missed. And there's a foul ball. The 3-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Payoff pitch. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
2-2 now. Runner on the go. This one in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. Man at second. To the right side, Santiago.
Get out.
He'll do it himself, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe.
In the air, left field. Cruz should have this one and makes the grab. Runner tags for home. Just ahead of the throw. He scores. It's 6-3.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Stevens in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
You know, these Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think that's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
Got him. One down. So 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Domingo Cruz. Cantrell is just 1 strike away. Hard liner. And it stays fair. Mullen around third. The relay to the plate. And that's going to do it. It's all over. The Guardians are world champs.
A huge congrats to the World Series Series champs. This was an incredibly special team all season long, and what I love most is that these home fans that supported this team game in and game out, they got to witness it in their home ballpark. So many memories over this season, but in this game, the city is already going crazy.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Lieutenant, our outstanding crew. I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.